Join me as I show you what I eat in a day. Hi friends, thank you so much for joining me. This week, I actually finally started losing a little bit of weight again. I was glad to see a little bit of progress at least, and that's kind of reinvigorating me with this whole journey too, which is nice. So I thought for this week I would film a what I eat in a day to show you what I'm doing for this next week. I think that's probably a little bit more fun than me just telling you. Back at the beginning of the month, I had started the 25 push-ups a day challenge, and then I hurt my back. So I haven't been able to continue that. So I'm going to pick that back up again this week as well. So even though I couldn't do it all month, that doesn't mean I can't do it this week. And then obviously the rest of my goals will just stay the same with, the water and the walking and all of that. So hopefully we can still continue to see some progress this next week. For breakfast, I'm going to be making my hash waffles. I've already sprayed my waffle maker with the avocado spray, and I do spray that pretty generously. And I'm going to go ahead, I have 85 grams or 1 cup of the hash browns. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 egg. And mix that in. And I do have my waffle maker is already preheated, so it's hot and ready to go. To that, I'm just going to add a little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning. You can add whatever seasoning you like. You can make this sweeter or savory or whatever you like. I just happen to really like this seasoning. Mix that in real quick, and I'm just gonna pop that on. Try not to burn myself since I'm at a weird angle here. And then I kind of like spread it out a little bit because it's not like batter. It's not gonna, really run on its own very much. So I sort of try and keep it connected to, like I don't want a piece sitting off by itself necessarily, but I just sort of kind of push it all over. Close that up. I should mention the hash browns, when I put them in, they were still frozen. I don't thaw them, I don't microwave them, I don't do anything with them. I literally just measure them out, put them in the bowl, mix the egg in it, mix the everything with the bagel seasoning in it, and that's it. Okay, so that's been in there about 3 minutes. And this could even go a tiny bit longer and be fine, but really I just sort of take a peek. And once it's kind of holding together like that and the egg looks completely cooked, that's really what I'm looking for. And I just sort of maneuver it off of there, and there you go. It's a hash waffle. So good. So this is what I'll be having for breakfast all this week. I will probably add avocado on top. In fact, I'll do that and show you what that looks like. There it is with 20 grams of avocado on the top. This is so good. It sticks with me. It's seriously one of my favorite breakfasts. So for lunch today, I'm just gonna make a simple sandwich, and I have a serving here of veggie straws, which you get quite a lot of veggie straws, which is why I like those so much. I'm using the Sara Lee 45 calorie bread. You guys, my dollar store had this. I was so excited. So my sweet husband stopped at the dollar store that has kind of a better bread section, and picked up a couple of those for me. So I was so excited to see those are back. So I have 2 slices of that. Best Foods light mayonnaise. 1 tablespoon is 15 grams, and that's 35 calories. So that's what I have on here. This is exactly 15 grams. And then I have just this standard, yellow mustard. 1 teaspoon or 5 grams is 0 calories, which is exactly what I have on here too. So 5 grams of that. So that's just what I like. If you like a little more, go for it. If you like a little less, go for it. Whatever you like. So don't need to show you how to make a sandwich, but the other thing I have on here is, or I'm going to be putting on here, is the lunch meat from Costco. And I just buy them and freeze them. As you've probably gathered, I tend to pick things up either when they're on sale or when I can get them, and I freeze them and then pull them out and use them when I actually need them. So I have the chicken breast and the Black Forest ham. This also comes with a roast beef too. It's like a 3-pack. So I have 2 ounces of each of these, and you can see the turkey and the ham are both 60 calories for 2 ounces. If I had thrown the roast beef on, that's only 70 calories for 2 ounces. So whatever you like, it's not that bad. So this is 2 ounces of each. I already weighed this out just to make it faster. So this is a pretty meaty sandwich, which is I like a big, thick, substantial sandwich. I'm not going to do any cheese on here today, but you can, you know, just weigh it and measure it and keep it within a reasonable calorie count. I have just some iceberg lettuce, which is my son's favorite, so that's why we keep that around. Just that simple. So that's going to be my lunch. Just a nice simple sandwich. Chips, of course, still working on water because that is an all-day ordeal. But I'm liking it more. I think I mentioned that before. I actually get thirsty for it, and you know, I'm enjoying just sipping on it all day. So that's getting a whole lot easier and becoming more automatic. So nice simple lunch this week. Easy, delicious. Who doesn't love a sandwich? Okay, so I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna have a snack. I have one of these pear apples, but any apple, pear, whatever you like. And I have these, they're called, well, at least they used to be called Tillamoos. I don't know if they still call them that anymore, but these little, they're the medium cheddar. They're just a little prepackaged chunk of cheese, for lack of a better way to put it, from Tillamook. They're actually 3/4 of an ounce of cheese. So this together is about 200 calories, maybe, you know, 210, something like that. So I'm going to have that real quick. And then I'm going to make some sugar-free Jell-O for dessert, because I haven't had Jell-O in a while. And it's one of those things that when I make it, all of a sudden I go, why don't I make this more often? So I'm going to make that for dessert tonight. For dinner, I've been really actually craving some fried rice lately, and I had some leftover salmon. So I have, in this, I have peas and carrots that were just frozen. I just did a couple of those. I have 4 ounces of salmon that was cooked with a teriyaki sauce, so I do have to count that teriyaki sauce too in the calories. And then I have 1 cup of rice, and this is cold rice, which is what you want when you're making fried rice. So I'm just gonna kind of fry this up a little bit, let it brown up in the pan. And then I'm going to just make a well in the middle like so. And fry up an egg in the center and then mix that into it too. So I'll show you once that's all complete what that looks like. Okay, I just finished incorporating that egg in. So this is what it looks like. Actually, I forgot to mention, so just before I did the egg, I also added 2 tablespoons of the low sodium soy sauce. Into that as well, and then did the egg. Forgot to mention that before. So this is what my dinner looks like, and I can actually eat all of this. So I don't know if I will, but it's actually, you know, low enough in calories, and I have enough calories left in my day that I actually can have the whole thing. That dinner was so good, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my 1 cup of sugar-free strawberry Jell-O with a little bit of, I have some extra creamy easy for me to say, extra creamy Ready Whip on the top. And for 2 tablespoons, it's 15 calories. I don't really have a good way of measuring that, so I'm just going to call it 15 calories. That's all I have for you this week. Be sure to like this video if you found it helpful. Click that subscribe button and be sure and click the bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you next week. What am I going to say? My dog is freaking out. Oh, there's somebody across the street. How dare they? How dare they visit someone else? Blah, 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 blah.